down a piece of crystal into a cast iron mold and he's going to blow into it briefly. So whatever this piece is going to be, I imagine it's a tumbler, it's going to be hollow on the inside. Blowing into it creates the inner hollow. It also helps expand it out into the shape of the mold. Turning it around on the blowing iron also makes sure that the piece is evenly distributed throughout the crystal is, and just to make sure it's not getting stuck on the sides either. You can see this little crystal cap forming on the top as well. That's just a bit of excess crystal. That happens in the natural formation on all the types of crystal. That gets cut off in our next department, so I'll explain that there. So what they're going to do with this piece now is they're going to do a brief little quality control inspection. They're going to flatten out the foot using a wooden tool until it becomes clear. When it becomes clear, they're going to then bring it into one of the 3 kilns. The kilns are where the pieces will rest overnight. So they are at a temperature of 400 degrees Celsius and they gradually increase until they reach room temperature by the morning. This gradual cooling down process is called annealing, and it gets all the stress and the tension out of the crystal, so that way it doesn't crack or burst. Now what the master craftsman is doing in the middle there is getting another lump of crystal there to put on his blowing iron. So that's where a lot of our crystal will come from, for the smaller pieces. So inside there, that is our tank furnace. It's heated to 1,400 degrees Celsius, which is 2,552 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's kept at incredible heat. And inside there is like a giant stand mixer with the raw materials mixing around, and the raw materials we use are silica sand, potash, and litharge. So as you saw there, smaller pieces, they go directly to the tank furnace and they eye up the amount of crystal they're taking up on their blowing iron. It's all done based off of their judgment and experience. The experience on this platform is from about 10 years all the way into over 40 years of experience. For the bigger pieces, there's a machine at the back that distributes a predetermined weight of crystal called the billet. That's not on at the moment, that machine, just because we're not making any bigger pieces today. And the bigger pieces also have to go in and out of a portable furnace to make sure that they remain malleable. This is because it may take 7 to 10 minutes to make bigger pieces, whereas for a piece like this, as you can see, this process is a lot quicker. So he's displaying the piece there, you can very clearly see that cap. So he's going to put that into the kiln, as I mentioned. For a piece like this, it's about 4 minutes, as you can see, to have it all done. For a pair of stemware, it would take 6 minutes to make a pair, so let's say 2 wine glasses. And that's because for every other piece, it would be 1 person per piece, except for stemware. For stemware, it would be a team of 3 people, with 1 person blowing the cup, 1 person going over and back between the tank furnace to gather the material for the stem and the foot, and 1 person sitting in the stem chair, and they're in charge of assembly and formation under an extremely hot flame. So the piece that you just saw there, let's see if I can find it in today's schedule, is a tumbler glass in the Aran pattern. So I'll make sure to show that to you at the end of the tour in the showroom just to point it out to you. But do you guys have any questions?